heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
What do you suppose it is? Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
We can keep running, or we can walk through this door.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true.
พูดความจริง
Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew, so obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
ชดใช้บาปสินะ
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital.
จะย่องเข้าอิมพีเรียลงั้นเหรอ
Pay a visit to Mother.
ไปเยี่ยมแม่ซะหน่อย ไปเยี่ยมแม่ใครก่อนหน้านั้น
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
สักโคตรการเมือง
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
ทำอะไรอะลุงยังโค้งไม่หยุดยังเดินไปไม่สุดสินะ
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained.
ก็คืออีเทอร์ที่เป็นแหล่งพลังงานของคริสตัลถูกสูบไปจนพื้นโลกกลายเป็นสีเทาแห้งตายนั่นแหละ
There, in the self-same crystals, we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
ก็ในเมืองใจกลางมันจะคริสตัลไง
Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem is. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one.
นี่ไงก็ต้องกำจัดมาเธอ
What say you? Are you with me?
Mother Crystal.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
ถึงเวลาจ่ายคืนแล้วสินะ
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
ถึงเวลาจ่ายหนี้คืนแล้วต้องไปทำลายมาสเตอร์คริสตัลนี่คือภารกิจหลัก นับตั้งแต่ตอนนี้
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
ห้องซิกมีอะไรให้ปนไหมเนี่ย โอเค
We're low on gigantode oil and curial greens. Should I put an order in with Lady Karen?
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
Send a message.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pot. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's
ถ้า
there,
นั่นจดหมายจะ
I'll
สำคัญ
find
นะ
it.
เนี่ย
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't. A they won't last very long out in the elements. I should make... Sunbreak as soon as I can.
Well, what do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
Clive, was it? I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Ôi, anh đi cắt hê sẽ đai. Đậm chiều.
It's never this late. Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
ก็ต้องแน่นอนอยู่แล้วครับ
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lostwing.
Lostwing อีกแล้วเหรอ
He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again. ไปรอวินก่อนแล้วนะนิ่งเลยโหลดนาน
That'll be enough for today.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
What can I interest you in today? You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
ไปไกลจัง
Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
ต้องขึ้นใช่ไหมทางยังถูกแล้ว
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened. Goblins. Why am I not surprised?
It's over.
กดไม่ทัน
Who's that?
ไม่กดไม่ทันเลยวะ
Not this time. Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
สำหรับปัญหาก็เลยให้รางวัลมาคุ้มไหมเนี่ยคุ้มแหละ
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open. Good. Looks like I'm in the right area. More of the lost supplies. I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. I've come this far. Might as well ask around.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
วิ่งไปเลยแล้วกัน
It's looking to be a fine harvest this year.
Back, are ya? Did Master Quentin summon ya?
The shad's all salted and smoked, but it'll be an age before the stink's gone from the skirts.
หมาคาบจดหมายมา อ่านออกไหมเราอ่ะ
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. And he's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
Maybe I should just own up to Otto and... There you are.
เจอแล้วจดหมายอ่ะ
I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin bolts. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Very well. And how might this old
สวัสดีฮิปโปคลิปเดี๋ยว3ละ
Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know. You'll not find a better price than that. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing, and it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
ไปหาออโต้เหรอให้ไปหาออโต้อีกโอเค
Take a seat, Clive. So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. And Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning, let her know you're coming. We go way back, and she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
อะไรอะมองอะไรคืออะไร Alliance report are now available for viewing to speak at the Alliance report counter in the highway max. The report by Curse Baker contain information on case ยังไม่เข้าใจอ่ะเดี๋ยวขอดูรายละเอียดหน่อย
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you?
ไม่ใหม่แล้วฉันมานานแล้ว
Well, at the hideaway
ยังทักก็เป็นคนใหม่อีกอะ
Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers, or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Quick look.
อ๋อสามารถเอาไปดูเควสได้ล่ะก็ดีแฮะไหนๆก็มาแล้วก็ทำเควสซะหน่อย
It's done for.
How do?
ซื้อแล้วเปลืองเงินมากอะ
Take care.
ไว้ก่อนแล้วกันนะ
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
อะไรนะมีโจรอยู่ในนั้นจริงเหรอ
Ha! Golden Stables, my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it? Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with.
หมูจังอ่ะ
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
ได้ค่าจ้างแล้ว
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
There he is. The man of the hour.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
ทำงานเสร็จยัง
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
งานเลิก5 โมงโอเคความจริงเราเลิกงานใกล้ๆกันเลยนะ
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here.
หิว
I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had
been stealing up to the vineyard to see them.
Sun's setting fast.
They'll all be back from the vineyard soon. Can I have another cup, Daddy?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
เอาอาหารไปให้เขาก่อน พวกเขาหิว
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother, did you see?
หิวกันใช่ไหม
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
คือคล้ายไม่ใช่พระเอกแต่คล้ายเป็นเบสทำทุกอย่าง
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
แล้วมันมีไอเทมไอกิลบักไปขายได้ดิใช่ไหมขายเอาเงินโอเค
What happens to us now, brother?
Nothing bad, I promise. Not ever again.
Master Quinton will never... I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please. Rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
ทุกคนใช้เราทุกอย่างจริงๆใช้ตามหาของใช้ไปเก็บจดหมายใช้ให้อาหารเป็นเบ้อย่างงี้
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
สรุปแมลงตายแล้วสวนพังด้วย เพราะเราเอาไฟเผาเรียบซะแล้ว
Looks like that was the last of them. I better let Quentin's man know. Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
ว่าดำเนินเควสหลักกันต่อได้แหละ
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
แค่คำตอบ
Funny,
ฟัง
I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
ทำตัวดีๆนะ สุดท้ายก็ต้องมาที่ลอดวิ่งเหรอ
So, we're meeting in Northreach.
เดี๋ยวทำไมพี่ไม่ให้ไปที่เนี่ยอ๋อมันต้องวิ่งผ่านทางนี้โอเคทางนี้คือทางที่ยังไม่ได้ไป
And will I find Sid and Jill before this Dane finds me?
But how did the growth? So now his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad.
ข้างบนเหรออ๋อที่ตอนแรกมาแล้วมันตันตรงนี้ใช่ไหมมันไม่ให้เราไปจำได้แหละเดี๋ยวเราก็ทอกเกิล2 คนจบอย่างรวดเร็วดากอนโอเคมา
Not this time. Not this time.
อุ๊ยสวยว้าวว้าวว้าวเดี๋ยวก่อนอุ้ยโดนด้วยเหรอไหนอะมีอะไรอ๋อโอเคมีหีบตรงนี้ ฮ้ยแรปเตอร์เหรอ
Excellent. Another fight.
วิ่งเข้ามาเองนะต้องสำรวจเองด้วยแมปไม่เปิดให้
Flames to me!
อยู่ไหนอีกตัวโลโก้ตบอยู่โลโก้ตบอยู่โลโก้ตบตายก็มีหีบซ่อนอยู่จริงด้วย
How tall are you? Not this time. Too slow. Northreach.
It's over.
เฮ้ย ไปไหนอะ
Mistakes. We're finished. Stay down.
โอดจัดกระคืบนกเฉยขอแวะมาดูแป๊บนึงคราวที่แล้วมาถึงตรงนี้ปะวะ
Flames to me.
Too slow.
ตรงนี้มีมังกรมีอะไรซ่อนอยู่เหรอ
Excellent. Another fight.
Flames to me! Four. It's over.
มาหลบมุมใช่นะ
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
did you say was in these pies again?
Give me one of those.
Fresh fish, all from the Sea of Grace this very morning.
I simply can't decide. I'll just have to take them all.
You there? The right to confiscate fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
The fruit's not.
And what can I do for you?
ลองขายเลยแล้วกันนะ อยู่ไหนวะ ได้200หรอ
I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital.
แบ็คปัดก็ใช้ขายได้
I'll be here if you need me.
ก็จะหาคนนั้นได้ยังไงวะ อยู่ไหนวะเราอยู่นี่
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Oh, duck what?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital.
คือเราต้องเข้าไปข้างในถูกไหม
I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what? What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today,
It is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded.
ผู้ถูกตีตรา
Oh, you're lucky you're with the dame.
นายโชคดีที่มีมาดาม
Get out of my sight.
ปล่อย
Filth.
ให้ผลไอเศษขยะ มันเหยียดซะด้วย
That wasn't so bad.
มันแย่มากเลยนะ
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
ดูเหมือนจะคงไม่มีช้อยให้เลือกมากนะก็แห่งละ
Well then. I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling, welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Moon and Star.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then? Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan. and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can do.
โหเควสเพียบ
Less than.
So and you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Most likely. Fools there nigh on every night.
โกโก้ผิดทางน้องหล่น
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Excuse me, you there? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need? The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total: a grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
บอกว่ามีอันตราย
Why, of
ดูเชื่อถือ
course
ไม่ได้เลย
Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
โอ้ไปนู่นเลยใช่ไหมอ๋ออยู่นี่
However do they get that color?
There's nothing.
I have a delivery from Etienne.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package.
I do not.
Somewhere that...
Fine. This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
เมื่อกี้ได้น้ำหอมได้ซิก้ามาต่อไปเป็นไร
It all smells so delightful.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not.
เหล้าแน่เลย
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
เหล้าชัวร์
All this for a drink.
นั่งไงว่าแล้ว
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? Etienne
มี
likes
น้ำหอม
it.
มีซิก้า
Tell
แล้ว
me
ก็มี
where
เหล้า
that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
That's the day done then.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know, despite the
I didn't realize. I think you're...
Yeah, a reward for a job well done. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
The markets are very
ตรงไหนวะ
Need not remind me.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's talk. Sergeant's got it in for us to... Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
ทำไมเสียงพี่กระปีดขนาดนั้นนะ
ways of finding out. How about it, Brandon? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight. Now,
if that's what you want.
อ๋อจะเอาเหรอ ได้ดิ
cocky bastard. All right, let's
ปากดีไปเถอะปากดีไปเถอะเดี๋ยวแกก็นอนลงพื้นอยู่ดีอะ
And when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
มาเลย
Use all the dirty tricks you want.
อะไรหยานี่ไงนี่อ่ะนี่ไง จิ้มเด้
So you know one end of a blade from the other.
ปากดีไปเถอะ คนจริงเขาไม่พูดเยอะ
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine.
มาดิไมค์คนนี่มาดิ
Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
ขอดูหน่อยดิ
How'd a bearer win the dame's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
That's enough. You got potential. I'll give you that.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh? Hmm?
กระจอกว่าวันหลังอย่ามาท้าตีท้าต่อย
What do you reckon Yannick's done to upset the dame?
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Crystal's curse is bad. We can't let people starve as well. I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time. You look like you need...
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
You เสร็จยังอ่ะคนนั้นอ่ะ ยังไม่เสร็จอีกเหรอ
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Yeah. It looks like you need it.
เอาเสบียงมาส่งครับ
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
พักบ้าง
I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business. Though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to...
Just as...
So he really is a...
There was a time he was one of the only people around it.
Rare for...
A fact, not my sister.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? So I wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I...
เฮ้ยตรงนี้โคตรกว้าง
Halt! Who goes there?
Garuda, left!
มันมีอะไรป่ะตรงเนี้ย
What are you playing at,
Let's
Brandy?
make this quick.
That's enough. Stay down.
An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
You're not welcome here.
It's over.
Give me fire! That's enough. Stay down. Must I do everything around here? You're finished.
Too slow. Too slow. Not this time. Wake! One more! One more! It's over.
มีแค่นี้เหรอดากอนอีกแล้วเหรอ
No holding back. Too slow.
A little help.
Wait. You're not one of us.
Stay down. Finished.
That's enough.
You will pay for what you've done!
Too slow. Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
It's over. You lose.
That's enough for today, Branded.
There's still work to be done.
You heard me. Shift your asses. You, branded. Here, now. You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
ก็ได้ช่วยหมดอะ
Where is it?
My. I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go and see that you kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Fall.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
กูนึกว่าใครจอฟฟี่นี่เอง
Your
เด็ก
father
ปาก
said you
ดี
were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
You, Brandy, come. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you. He talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders from no one.
Lies! Do you think I cannot see that brand on your face?
Shut your mouth and listen. Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and pain, just as you do. And unless you wish to share in their suffering, you would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me.
How dare you threaten us? How dare you?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another.
เดี๋ยวก็
With
เจือนทิ้งซะเลย
jaws powerful enough to nip this branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
All victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress is you here. Can you...
Gladly.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Father! Father!
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, it's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss.
ให้ทุกแก่ท่านทุกนั้นถึงตัว
For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
ขอไปดูศพหน่อย มีศพปะเอ้ามีเลือดว่ะ
Have you seen my Chloe?
My Chloe?
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting. That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her. work these fields, I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
มี2 windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Chloe? More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption. The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty
อ๋อ
hair.
ใช้เวทมนต์จนเป็นหินไปแล้ว
It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
สั่งสอนไปเลย
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
No mistakes. That's enough. If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Oi, don't touch anything.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then.
What is it? One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have.
แหมเปลี่ยนทันทีเลยนะเอง
Servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
ไปรับเดี๋ยวออกไปรับเองไอ้ไปรับ
Which she claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, and I stood.
And do you know
my
My thanks.
Look, be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful, I mean.
ตรงนี้เป็นเควสยาวเดี๋ยวพักไว้ก่อนเดี๋ยวไปรับลูกสาวก่อนขอบคุณทุกคนที่เข้ามาดูนะครับเดี๋ยวมาต่อตอนคืน